On this ground during the course of my 29th century, when I was in the 60s, holding pitched one up, which I promptly drove past him to the boundary. Most of the time, though, I had to rely on cuts, hooks, and flicks.
Gavaskar facing Michael Holding from the pavilion end. A lovely shot, 4 runs. Beautifully played off his pads. That's been hooked away, 4 runs. Davis to Gavaskar. No pitched ball. Larry Gomes chasing it. And it's already over the fence. I told you the outfield has been very, very fast. And that indication is positively there, that stroke that is played, and Gavaskar in full cry.
Gavaskar's first 20 centuries came in 50 tests. His next 10 took another 49. Clearly, age is catching up with him, but his appetite for runs does not appear any paler. Before the 1983 West Indies tour of India began, for about 2 years, Gavaskar performances have been far below the standard the world have come to expect of him. There was talk of writing him off as a spent force. Therefore, it is all the more a tribute to his determination that he came back to dominate with a sensational century in the second test at Delhi. There was hooks, straight drives, square cuts and pulls in plentiful.
Marshall to Gavaskar. Let's stand away, it's going down. That's going to be 4, and that's Gavaskar's 100. Gavaskar getting on to his 29th test century. His 12th century against the West Indies, and he equals Sir Donald Bradman's record of 29 test hundreds. A standing ovation from all present here. Gavaskar's 12th century against the West Indies. He's got 5 against Australia, 4 against England, 5 against Pakistan, 2 against New Zealand, and 1 against Sri Lanka.
Here was the vintage Gavaskar in the course of his 29th test century, which brought him level with the great Dawn. As it happened, this was his fastest century, scored off only 94 balls. But it is his long, dogged innings, especially when facing defeat or victory, where he has earned his true colors. Take his 221 in England in 1979, set to score 438 in the 4th innings to win the match. No one gave India a chance to even draw the match. Gavaskar batted for over 8 hours for his chanceless 221, and when he was 4th out at 379, victory was on the horizon. In the end, India failed by only 9 runs with 2 wickets in hand to pull off a most sensational win. Many people believe that double 100 to be Gavaskar's greatest innings. Does he agree with them?
No, I don't think so, because I rate my century at Old Trafford in 1974 as the best test century I have scored. The reasons are quite simple. The wicket was green. Secondly, I had not scored a test century for almost 3 years. So there were doubts in my mind about my ability as a batsman. Also, Bob Willis was trying to establish himself in the England side, along with Chris Old and Mike Hendrick, who are absolutely formidable bowlers in English conditions. And considering that, plus the weather, which was quite cold, I thought the odds were completely against me. And therefore, when I did eventually score that 100, I was a very pleased man.